This video is gonna be about the amazing Lucas. Now, I've done videos about him before, criticizing Brandon Tatum. You know, you can't expect to keep your subscriber count and criticize people the way you do. Now, this is not the first time he's done it. It probably won't be the last time he's done it, but his subscriber count has shown it. Now, like people have said, even Brandon Tatum has said, he used to have a great subscriber count. People used to love the Amazing Lucas. Alright, the Amazing Lucas was actually ahead of Brandon Tatum. He was ahead of him by a lot. He was ahead of him by like 20, 30, 40, 50,000 subscribers, alright? But he blew it. And the video that really did it for him was David Dorn. But now you're back to attacking Brandon Tatum, and it didn't go good for you to start with, alright? When it started with Ahmaud Arbery, alright, that's when Brandon Tatum and Amazing Lucas had their little beef, alright? Then, it started with other police officer involved shootings, alright? But it started with Ahmaud Arbery, and he lost it. He just lost it, alright? And he lost a lot of subscribers there. He lost like 20,000 with David Dorn, alright? Again, now he does the whole thing where he's trying to be a police officer, with a comedy on his channel. He loses subscribers there, alright? And this really hurt him, alright? Amazing Lucas was at like 406,000, alright? And now he is down to currently 402,000 subscribers, alright? Now, the like and dislike ratio is crazy, alright? Now, the first video he did, Brandon Tatum said, "Here's why black people hate Officer Tatum," alright? And before I go further, there actually is a group out there, I believe it's some kind of conservative for black people, where they actually are going against Brandon Tatum, and they are giving him hate for how he speaks, alright? They just don't like what he says. They don't like that he was a former police officer. They don't like that he speaks out against black people. They don't like that, alright? So, the first video Amazing Lucas did was a review of his video. Alright, got 52,000 views, which is great. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of views. But, at the end of the day, you got 1.6 thousand likes and you have 8,500 dislikes. Alright, that's the first video you did. Alright, then you go on and this woman calls in and you put Officer Tatum's name in the description of the video. Alright, that has 27,000 views. That was 18 hours ago. You have 1.4 thousand likes and 5.2 thousand dislikes. Alright, that shows that you've changed in your subscribers. Alright, you lost 4,000 subscribers in the past day or 2 days. Alright, you were already losing an substantial number of subscribers, and you just blew it right there. You blew it. Alright, I wouldn't be surprised if in another 2 days you're under 400,000. I would not be surprised to see him at 399, 398 or lower. Alright, you cannot criticize people. Alright, and then he goes on to talk about Brandon Tatum. Alright, he calls him all kind of stuff. He says he's tap dancing for white conservatives, or if you don't do that, then if you're black, you're on BET looking stupid. Then he goes on to talk about Brandon Tatum. He has a white baby and a white wife. Alright, none of that is relevant anyways. That's not even relevant to what is going on. His personal life and his baby and his wife is none of your business. Alright, it doesn't matter if they are black, if they're white, if they're Hispanic, Japanese, Thai. It really don't matter what your opinion on their life is. Alright, it's his life. If he wants to have a kid and that woman is white, that's not your business. Alright, it's really not. Alright, I just don't get it. And then he calls him stupid, and that's the part that really gets me. Alright, if Brandon Tatum is stupid, let's just think about it. If Brandon Tatum is stupid, why does he have 1.65 million followers? Alright, he has 1,650,000 subscribers. If he is stupid, why are you doing it? Why does he have so many subscribers? More than you, alright? Number two, if Brandon Tatum is so stupid, why does he have probably a multi-million-dollar business now. I mean, you're sitting there calling this man stupid, but yet, like, again, Mason Lucas was great. I used to follow him. Brandon Tatum used to follow him. A lot of conservatives followed him, but he blew it. All right. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. He blew it. I mean, there's no other way to. I mean, again, Mason Lucas had probably 50,000 subscribers more than Brandon Tatum, and again, they had their little beef earlier with Ahmaud Arbery. All right, that passed. But again, when you have 8,000 dislikes more than you do likes, that shows you right there. Alright, and if people follow the Amazing Lucas, that's fine. You have your right and your opinion to follow whoever you want. That's fine. But, again, at the end of the day, you're calling this man stupid, but he's doing way better than you are. Again, he has multiple businesses. He has his own store. He has 1,650,000 when you are barely hanging on to 400,000 subscribers. Again, you were close to 500,000, and then a year later, or not even a year later, you're barely at 400,000. Alright, and a lot of things, you just criticize people way too much for having a view. Again, I mean, I could sit here and talk about it all day, but the fact is the fact. People are going to people are going to agree with me, people agree or disagree with me. That is your personal opinion, but I mean, you can't sit here and say that, this man, and then he goes on talking about women, talking about black women, I love you, but we can't keep reproducing like this, and then he starts talking about his family more. He's talking about, his wife is white, his baby is white, then he's talking about what if they have another kid, or his kid has a kid, or his kid has a kid, none of that is even relevant to what is going on. Alright, if you have a difference of opinion, alright, that's fine. Now, me personally, I follow Brandon Tatum. I think he is a great YouTuber. Now, am I going to sit there and say I agree with every single video? No, I don't. But 99% of the stuff that he does say, I do agree with what Brandon Tatum says, alright? And again, I used to watch Mason Lucas like I watched Brandon Tatum, but when he started getting into Ahmaud Arbery and David Dorn, he lost it. I mean, ever since then, he has not been right since. I don't know if someone has changed his mind, influenced him. I don't know if he's being paid to do this, but his subscriber count is dropping dramatically. Alright? And again, like I said, in a couple days, I would not be surprised to see him go under 400,000. I would not be surprised to see 395 to 399,000 subscribers. Now, with that being said, everybody that is in YouTube that has been in it for a while is going to have their loyal fans or their loyal subscribers. But, again, when you attack a big YouTuber, it's not going to go well for you. Especially someone that is well respected and knows what they're talking about and has done a lot for the community and has done a lot for families. It's not going to go good, alright? And again, the Amazing Lucas says that he is conservative, right? At one point, yeah, he was conservative. He never talked, he was on the police side, he was Republican, he never talked about, reparations and all this. Now, he's changed, as simple as that. I mean, he went from supporting police, being on Trump's side, not talking about reparations. Now all he does is criticize Brandon Tatum. And again, like I said, there's a whole group out there trying to stop him because they don't like the way he speaks. Alright? It's the whole freedom of speech thing, alright? That's all. It's freedom of speech. Brandon Tatum has a right to say what he wants. Alright? The Amazing Lucas has a right to say what he wants. Alright? But at the end of the day, you're not going to have a platform to say it on if, there's a way to say things and there's a way to address things, alright? The way he said it was disrespectful. He could have went on and said, I don't like the way he thinks, I don't like the way he's doing this, or whatever case may be. But when you go on there cussing on your YouTube, and he used to never cuss on his stream, alright? And I think that is a big part in it too. He used to never cuss in his live streams, and then when he started to, he used to bleep it out, stuff like that. Now he's just full frontal with it. He don't care. He'll drop F-bombs all day long. But again, when you attack someone successful, it's not going to go good. Alright, and a lot of people that follow Brandon Tatum used to follow the Amazing Lucas. So, again, when you have a large fan base on your channel from someone of another channel and you attack that person, what do you think is going to happen? Alright? And the Amazing Lucas even commented, he put a post at one of his videos, and, you know, I just don't get what he's trying to get at. Alright? I mean, I just don't understand what your point is. Like, you're literally hurting yourself. Like, yeah, like you're literally calling this man all kind of names. Alright, let me get to it. Alright, so, like, oh, he didn't even took it down. Okay, he took it down. But anyways, when you have a large fan base of people on there, it's not going to go good. And again, when you sit there saying he's tap dancing for white conservatives, no, he's not, alright? It just happens to be that he is black and he's a conservative, alright? And again, you calling him stupid. Let's just talk about some of the points that I haven't addressed already, alright? Number one, he was a police officer, alright? So, as the world that we live in, alright, I think it was great that he was a police officer and he's showing his experience to it. You know, I mean, he could have just not did anything. But again, he's sharing his experience as a police officer, which again, to me I think is great. You know, it should open up doors to other black people who are maybe not conservative yet, or thinking of being conservative, or maybe want to be in law enforcement but are unsure of it. Alright, that gives them confidence to go and pursue that. Alright, and again, he has a huge fan base. You know, 1,650,000 subscribers is a lot of subscribers. So that will give people confidence to pursue if they want to do something in law enforcement, or they want to start a YouTube channel themselves, or if they want to be a conservative but they're unsure. That will give them confidence to do that. Alright, number two. He has a multi-million-dollar business, alright? Multi-million-dollar business. But he's stupid, alright? Again, his YouTube, 1,650,000 subscribers, but he's stupid, alright? Like, I just don't understand. And then the biggest thing for me, you know, is you're talking about his family. That's the most disrespectful thing that someone can do. When you talk about someone else's family, that's so disrespectful. Like, you go in and talk about his wife being white, his baby being white. That's irrelevant to anything that you were talking about. That has nothing to do with anything. That doesn't have anything to do with the video that you brought up reviewing his video. That has nothing to do, it's not affecting your life. So I don't understand why that was even in the conversation. That should never have even been in the video. Alright? Like I said, you are sitting there dropping F-bombs, calling him MF this. Like, it's not going to go good for you. And yet he's still standing by what he says. I just don't get how he's doing so good still. I still don't understand how he's at 400,000 subscribers. Alright? And like I said, there are people on here that will agree with me, and people who disagree with me, and that's fine, that's your personal opinion, but Amazing Lucas has done so much to criticize so many conservatives, alright? Or just people in general. Alright, David Dorn. He literally supported the teenager that killed David Dorn. How is that? Like, that's just... Yeah, exactly, Sarah. The whole thing is, like, again, if you have a difference of opinion, that is one thing, but there's a way to address stuff like that. He didn't have to cuss, he didn't have to call him an MF, he didn't have to talk about his family, he didn't have to do any of that. So when he did that, that just kind of did it for him. And it's shown, he's lost 4,000 subscribers in a day and a half, 2 days. But, again, this man has a multi-million-dollar business. He was a former police officer, he's a conservative. So it opens up doors for other black people who are unsure if they want to be a law enforcement officer, or they want to be a conservative, or they even want to start their own YouTube channel, he's a great inspiration for them. And again, they, Brandon Tatum and Mason Lucas, they used to follow each other. They invite each other to events. But, again, when David Dorn happened, he lost it. Ahmaud Arbery, Amazing Lucas lost it. Like, he just lost it. Alright, and another thing is, he lost subscribers for police. Alright, when you sit there and criticize police, like, again, when you have fans from Brandon Tatum and they come over to your channel and you sit there and criticize police after police officer, it's not going to go good for you. Exactly, Cheryl. It's just a respect thing. Like, there is a way to address things and there's a way to not address things. Alright? Honestly, I just think that the Amazing Lucas is getting views from Brandon Tatum. Brandon Tatum even said this. He must be getting views from him, and it shows. I mean, the Amazing Lucas has not been getting many views. Alright? So, let's just go through some of these that he's been getting. Alright? Alright. That one got 8.4 thousand, 2.1 thousand, 9,000. Alright? That was the last 3 videos he did. Brandon Tatum, first video he did, 52,000 views. 16,000. Another video of Brandon Tatum, 27,000. So again, it shows. I mean, with anything, you're going to get views if you just mention someone big in your YouTube channel or in your title. Alright, it's just, you can't go around disrespecting people. Again, if you have a difference of opinion, that's fine, put it out there. I've done videos on Amazing Lucas before where he criticized Bevelyn Betty, and when he criticized David Dorn and he defended a teenager. Alright, I have no problem doing that. And I've had people come at me talking about, I need to debate Amazing Lucas on live stream. I need to debate him live. I have no problem debating him, but after watching his videos over the years, all he's going to do is cut me off. But again, there's no point in doing it because, all he's going to do is cut me off, not let me talk. So really, what is the point of debating him? Alright? Now, if he reaches out to me and says that he wants to do a phone call or whatever, I will have no problem doing that. But again, it would still be a waste of time because all he's going to do is cut me off, call me OTL, bootlicker, all that good stuff because he don't agree with the way I think or how I feel. I mean, that's just how it is. And again, you call him Brandon Tatum all these names, telling him about he's tap dancing for white liberal or white conservatives, all this, it's not going to go good. Exactly, Cheryl. It's just, I don't know, it's crazy. It really is. Again, I could talk about this for days, alright? But, point of the story is, hey Rebecca, how you doing? But again, at the end of the day, alright, when you talk about someone's family, that is one of the most disrespectful things you can do. Alright, if you're a man, you come up to another man and you're talking about his family, that is one of the most disrespectful things that you can do. Like, that is so disrespectful. Like, again, you talk about him, that's one thing, but then you talk about his baby and his wife, that is irrelevant to the story, that is irrelevant to what happened. That should never even been brought up, in my personal opinion, alright? But again, that's really all I got to say about this. I just want to do a story about this. Yeah, I agree, and, his YouTube channel is going to pay for it. He says he don't care right now. He's been saying he doesn't care, but, again, he's losing subscribers, and again, 1 to 2 days, I wouldn't be surprised if he's at 395,000, 399,000 subscribers, alright? And he'll probably still say he won't care, but when his career plummets and drops, it will show, alright? And again, I'm not getting paid by YouTube, and that is my personal That's just how I want to do it. YouTube won't pay me anyways, but he won't be getting sponsors. He won't be getting anything because you can't. When people see subscribers drop, they will not sponsor you. They will not give you they will not give you sponsors, and then you will be stuck on YouTube ad revenue and whatever super chats you get. All right, and again, YouTube is already taking subscribers away from people. And you've already shown to YouTube that you were on the Republican conservative side at one point in time. So, they're already going to be taking subscribers away from you as it is. Alright? They already do it. Every conservative or anybody who has even expressed conservative values, they're already taking that away. They're already taking subscribers away. So, you're already in that boat of being censored that way. And then you're just hurting yourself even more by doing this. Again. That's really all I got to say about this video. One last thing, obviously y'all can see I'm back from vacation. So this kind of ties into this. So vacation was great. Now where I went, the town I went was, it was beautiful scenery, but the support for law enforcement was great. Alright, two flags I have on my room, the thin blue line flag and the American flag, which y'all can see right there. Every business I went to, just about, and with like in a 20-mile radius, no joke now, literally had a thin blue line flag, American flag, side by side flying, or on their businesses they had, we back the blue, or they had American flag. Like, it was great to see that kind of support. And again, like, that town was amazing. Like, it was great, and it was an open carry state. Again, I went out to eat, I saw people with guns on their sides. Not once did I feel threatened. Alright? Again, they're trying to take away people's gun rights, but again, I saw so many people with guns openly carrying. I didn't feel threatened one time. I know people that openly carry. I always, like, when you take away guns, all it does is take away legal people's guns. Yeah, it was a great vacation, thank you. But, when you do take away people's guns, all it does is take away legal law-abiding citizens' guns, alright? Because criminals, terrorists, gang members, predators, all them people will still get guns. There's a black market. They can buy ghost gun parts, which, for anybody who doesn't know, is untraceable gun parts. They can break into someone's house. Again, all it does is take away legal, law-abiding citizens' guns, and it will backfire. Alright, it really will backfire, and there'll be more home invasions, more crimes against children, against women. There will be more mass shootings. And as far as mass shootings go, I thought Joe Biden was supposed to stop mass shootings. Was he not supposed to stop mass shootings? We've had like 20, 30, 40 since he's been in office. I'm not even including Chicago. Just take out Chicago. How many have we had in the past, like, 2 days? We had that one yesterday where the guy did, shot 13 people. I believe one died and 12 others were injured in a series of drive-by shootings. We had that one in Savannah where I believe 9 people got shot, 1 person died. The one in Austin, Texas, where I believe 14 people got shot there. Again, there was that one in Chicago, but I don't even count Chicago because they have, at least 50 people shot every weekend, so you can't even include Chicago. That's just normal for them. And again, it's not even just that. Look at New York City. They had the 2 kids that were shot there a couple weeks back, and now, today, there was a gunman who opened fire. There were 2 children that had to literally dive for cover. So instead of trying to get rid of people's guns that actually want to abide by the law, like us, like me, why don't we get the criminals off the street and impose longer jail times for them so that they can't get out? Alright? Do you really think this guy in New York City who's opened fire on these 2 kids, do you really think he had a legal gun permit? Do you really think that anything like that? No. And he New York City has increasing crime rates because of the no cash bail. I mean, they're letting people out for manslaughter charges, DUIs, DUI with assault, assault and battery, stealing, theft. All those are crimes where you can get out of jail. The cops will literally arrest you, take you downtown, you get processed, boom, you're out, same night. How is that any justice to any of these families? It's not. It's no justice at all to any of them. It's a slap in the cop's face, and it's a slap in the victim's face. Alright, and one other thing, Portland. Why is nobody talking about Portland no more? Why is nobody talking about the fact that, there are riots continuing there every night? Every night there are riots. There's everything, alright? There's still fires. The courthouse is still being attacked. There's still buildings being vandalized. There are officers still being attacked. But nobody wants to talk about the fact that over 300 Portland SWAT officers unanimously quit all in one day. So they're gone. Alright, and that happened after one of their officers was indicted for pretty much protecting himself during a riot last May, I believe. Hold on, let me see if I can try and pull this up. But again, Portland has been, nobody was even talking about Portland. Yeah, when the riots happened over the summer, Portland was in the news. But now they're not in the news. It's like Portland's not even a part of the United States no more. So why is nobody talking about Portland? Again, they're still having riots every single night. They're still having officers quit. And again, you just lost 300 officers in one night. One night you lost 300 officers. They all unanimously quit at the same time because y'all are pulling BS charges on officers. You're literally pulling BS charges, trying to get them to quit, trying to get them fired and everything else. What do you think is going to happen? Officers are going to quit. And there are many residents in Portland that said they are scared to live there now because they just don't have the resources to do it. I mean, when you take away 300 SWAT officers, that was probably all the SWAT officers they had. Alright, I don't know how big Portland is, but 300 is a lot. And that was probably all the SWAT officers that they had there. And again, they've lost, I believe it's 140 officers since last summer. So in a year, you lost 440 officers. Minneapolis, they've lost 200 officers. New York, I don't even know how many officers they've lost. They've lost a lot too. Chicago, they've lost a lot. What does that tell you? It's big cities. It's Democratic-run cities. And nobody wants to talk about that. But when the officer defends himself, this officer's a white supremacist. He killed a black person. What about the gun he pointed out? Oh, we can't talk about the gun he pointed at the officer or that he ran the officer over or anything like that. We can't talk about that. But he shot and killed a black man, Alright, and I'm not saying that, 100% of officers are good. Because obviously, there's bad with everything. Whether it's politicians, police officers, EMS, firefighters, fast food, construction, whatever case may be. There's bad in everything, alright? But what I am saying is, majority of the police officers are good, alright? Being a police officer, in my personal opinion, has to be something that you want to do, alright? It has to be something that you can't just go in it and expect to be a police officer. It has to be something you want to do. A lot of them do it to protect the community, protect themselves, their families. But again, the stupid is spreading into smaller community areas where you don't expect stuff like that to happen. Alright? Things that are happening in New York, Chicago are spreading down into smaller cities, whether it's north or south, east or west. Alright? And again, there was a murder suspect who killed 4 people. He was here about 30 miles away from me. And again, 30 miles away from me is mainly farm, rural country, where you don't expect stuff like that to happen. So, it's spreading, and it's spreading fast, and I don't see that the media is going to help the police officers any. and the politicians don't want to help them. Um, but again, I just kind of threw that in there since I have took my vacation. I haven't posted anything in a while. But again, as far as the Amazing Lucas goes, you know, when you talk about someone's family, that is, you know, that's a low blow. All right, you can't talk about someone's family like that. I mean, that's just ridiculous. All right, you really talk about his wife and his baby. That is totally uncalled for, in my personal opinion. Subscriber count has shown it. You know, you lost 4,000 so far. Again, I wouldn't be surprised to see that number drop under 400,000. But for anybody who isn't in the live streams watching this later, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. As always, thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all soon. And y'all stay safe out there.